have, so let's start from this side. Like, put this in your paper. I can't find, which one your paper is this? You still want it to stay with me. So you said you want to trace on another paper? Okay, so I will give you what you need to do. First and foremost, my book, my magic book. This book was my campus book. So, it has been with me. I covered it with the paper staying fabric. It doesn't get old. I don't even wash it, you know. It's picture kind of book. I think counter book. I think it's a counter book. So these are the books you buy. I didn't buy. That's the book. I didn't buy it for someone else. So buy book that is durable. Durable. Forget about money, you know. So you need something like this. So I have here. You need something like this, at least for your book. You need something like this, but for the real life, you need something like this. Okay? So someone was asking me about a pocket. Pocket, you will go with a hip size. You see where she has notched here? This is where his pocket is going to stop. And then, this is a bit slimy. And then you will have 2 ends, you slide it. So that means here, I'm going to get 2 ends. Where is the tape measure? Give me one. I hope you guys as well uses these rulers for easy studies. For marking things. So you need to have this, and then you're going to go with your the size of your pocket. Your pocket should be, how long will you use the lining? You need lining. Your pocket should be big enough for your customer to put their stuff and doesn't, you know, my pocket here is a little bit big enough, it's up to here, you know. So your pocket should be big enough. You don't have to just have your pocket and stop here. Someone is putting their stuff and things are like this. That's it? The stuff has fallen. So here I can place my stuff and it is in. So you have to understand that. So if this is your crotch line, so the pocket should be at least 2 inches below the crotch line. If this is the crotch, right? So you can have your pocket sitting here. You understand? You can have your pocket sitting here, and the pocket should not go up to here. So I will give you standard. Usually you can have the length of the pocket to go like 12 or 13. Depends on the size. So let's determine steward's size. Let's measure. Let's see steward size. How long steward can use his pocket? Okay, I think steward can go with the 11. You understand? Steward can go with the 11. It's, I think, big enough for him. But not you can go with the 11. But I said the standard is 12. Even he can go with 12, but 12 will be a bit longer. Steward can go with the 11. You understand? So that means steward will have his 11. So like I said that, if those who do not understand that their measurement, you can go with 13, but steward will go with 11. So you can do 11 by 6. So that means you can have a pocket like this. Please make sure that here it is on fold. Yeah? So 6 and then 12 or 11. Depend on your size. Like I said, your size. So let's see this two and stuff. So that means you can have your stuff like this. Your pocket. Here it's on fold. Then you also remove your pocket. So it should sit here. That means here the shape is going to adjust. So usually you can have it straight, or you can give it a little. You can give it a little shape. You can give it a shape. But let's go with a straight line. So fine lining, cotton lining. Get half a meter or a meter for your own benefit. So that means what you will have here. But you have it up to here. You don't cut it top to there. No. You have it complete like this. And when you have it square like this, you replace that way. You get to have your trimming the same size. Keep your number that here it's not straight. So for you, you cut your pocket straight. Then everything is here straight. You put here, you start forcing knife. Make sure that your pocket here is the same shape. You cut straight and then you place here, you trim. That way everything is sitting well. So that is for a pocket. For the fly, let's go to the fly. So that means you'll have pocket for the front. We are doing the front pocket. I'll also come to do the back pocket. So the back pocket I will give you have 18 centimeter by 20. So I want you to have the back pocket very long like this. 18 centimeter by 28. So you are going to tell me that from here to here is 20 centimeter. If the 18 is that small, so you're telling me here. You understand? So 20 is big. I'm not measuring, but in your book it should be looking different. So like here up to 20. I've exaggerated because my body is big. Your book is not even half of mine. Like, you have to have like 3 books to fit here. So that is for the wet pocket. The lining you're going to cut, and this is for the slant. And then the fly, let's see the fly. So the fly size for men starts from 7, 8, 9, sometimes even others go 9.5. This is the length for men. But for our women, however, these days, especially if you're looking at the women who are wearing lower waist pants. Have you ever seen low waist pants for women? You have one, and you have one. But most times women love high waist pants. So high waist pants, the fly is long. That way they can fit in. But the lower waist for women, the fly, the length. I hope you're putting this down. This is for men. For men. Then for women, this is the fly length. For women, you can go from even 3, from 5, I think 4 and 5, especially for the lower waist. It's a bit low, very small, not long. What do they need even to fly for? Why they make the men's fly low is because they use the fly for a good purpose. Every day. They use the fly every day. Eh? Yes. However, us, we use the fly just for opening and closing. As well, many uses it like that, but they use it every day. If you want, they want to go for so-called use. And they refresh themselves and they close. So, that is what? The length. So, now, let's see How long is stewardess? The fly length is going to stop where you are. Should be the same size of the pocket where you are zipper. So let's see from here to here, steward is having 6. And keep in mind that steward is having the waistband. You understand? So plus the waistband goes that. So that is what the additional comes. And when you're measuring the fly, remember you don't ignore the waistband. You understand? You start from the waistband to the fly, and then you add the 2 ends if you're not making someone's crotch. You measure waist fly, you take the fly as you're taking the full crotch. You get the measurement there, you keep in your head. Please kindly stop this thing of like you measure 1. I tell you, people get tired. At least you have some 3 of them, you know. Do this, this, that. Go and write. You measure here, you come back here, you come back here. Even I get tired. So let's go to our topic of the day. I need this. I think I've simplified it. So how do you also get the pieces for the fly? The material pieces. So that means here you're getting the material, the real fabric, not the lining. So you come inside here, 2 inch, and then you curve it. Or you can go ahead and also have here 2 inch. So you have something like that, and then you go, and then you curve. So that is what you'll be getting. So let's get that off from what we're doing here. Let's come here. Our stuff is going to be a bit smaller. Because I need this really. I need extra. And I need this allowance. So maybe I do without, but I need it. I need this. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. I need the extra up. So let's maybe just ignore this a little bit. We do like this, right? Anyway, I need pin. So I'm going to get my front. That means I am going to make sure that I'm using this side, the side seam. I'm using the side seam, so if you're drafting on material, you don't need to leave a lot of material this side. Even if you're drafting on paper, don't waste your paper. So you're using the side seam. This is the side seam, and this is the outer seam and outer seam and so you can just leave here 1 inch, okay? Especially from here, you can leave how many? You don't need a lot of space here. Even if you're drafting on the fabric, you don't need a lot of space here. So just let's leave 1 inch. Let's assume that is enough. But you needed this to be a bit longer. Because you need your space up there. You need like space up there. Because since my body is not enough, I'm going to ignore that, but you're not going to ignore. So we are going to just stop where our hemming is, okay? Our length is. And you need a straight line here. That way you can balance your stuff. So let me first get my straight line. Straight line. Do you see? You can see. This stuff is blocking. Yes. I use this. everybody can see. You need that straight line because your bottom is straight, so you can align. In real life, why I'm ignoring this because I need space. You place your stuff like this. But now I need to have this, so I will have it like that. I really hope that space is going to be enough for me there. So I will have it like this. I need pin. It's here. So I'm going to make sure that I pin this. I pin, and then I pin. Okay, what else? So we are going to go and then get we're going to make sure that we not here, especially make sure it is flat. I see it moving. I don't want it to be moving. In your paper, you will make it flat. So we are going to ensure that we get our crotch line. So the most important thing you are going to consider here is your crotch. You make a straight line, and then you get your hem length. I've already marked a straight line. On your crotch, not the hip, you leave the hip, okay? On your crotch and on your waist. So there is something I want to say about the waist. On the waist, you are to move 1 inch. When this stuff is not on when it's not closed, it runs out. So I throw the lid out. It's here. When it's not closed, it runs out. So you have the waist and that. So for the people who have, the men who have this big stomach, the stomach falls here. You have to make sure that for them you move 1 inch here, and then you cut this off. But then even if you do it for Stuart, if Stuart does it for him, it can still work, but it necessarily doesn't really need that. I'm not going to put there. So Stuart can as well go 1 inch off from him and then cut it off. But when you're drafting the front, when you're drafting the back, you need that, don't cut yet, okay? You need that 1 inch. That's why Stuart is still having that 1 inch up there. You need it. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you move in. You mark where this one is stopping, and make sure that you mark here. You trace this part. You trace the inner seam. You trace which side, and then you mark that. This dot helps you with the joining. You don't mark here. I'm going to mark here, I'm going to mark there, and then I'm going to make sure you don't mark there. So you'll have this. And then from there, you will use your centimeter. I said which one? Okay. So centimeter we'll put here on the hem line, the length. Sorry. On the length, we'll use 4 centimeter. I want to start from 10. I don't trust you to step later. We shall use 4 centimeter. From this, you go how many? 4 centimeter. On what? On the length. So here you have the crotch. On the crotch, you add times 2. On the cross, this times 2 is how many? So you have 8 centimeters. From here, you do 8. So that means from this dot, you go how many? On the waistline, you're going to add 1 centimeter onto this. That becomes how many? On the waistline. So here we are having how many? 9 centimeter. You make sure that you have. Meanwhile, you trace this, you don't trace up there. Then you can have to transfer your pattern. So we are transferring this. First and foremost, make sure that you take this and you place it here. Where the 4 is. Is that okay? And you are making sure that you really pin. You pin properly without it moving. And then you're taking this, you bring it like this, slightly. You're going to make sure. Meanwhile, you are trying your best for this knot to move here. You are bringing these ones to be going like that. I see that? Yes. So here, the waist is going to slide, but don't go like this. Make sure that this is meeting there and this is meeting. So if these ones are not meeting, it is okay. But the point is, here is it meeting? You see how I secure my filter here? Yeah. Length here should not, like it should not, you know how someone I tell you how you should meet the waistline? Yeah. Exactly. You simulate, you do it again until it's easy. You place your hands here, you make sure that you take this part here, and then you leave that one, and you can be able to now pin. When you are pinning like this, now you can go ahead and you trace. So I'm tracing from this point, so I'm going there. I see that? Yes. I'm going like this. So now here I can be able to say this is my hip line and this is my crotch. So you go, you are tracing. So this is my knee. I am tracing. Up to down. So from this point here, I'm going to make sure that I have my waist from this point to here. So that means my waist has lined. So I'm going to get my straight line and draw my waist there. That means my waist has done what? Has lined it. So first of all, I had my waistline here, right? Then secondly, my waist has gone from that point. I see that. So my waist, this is my front, and that is now my back. Slightly. Some space up there. And I think you will understand when I say I need space. So I'm going to remove this. Now I don't need the front anymore. We are done with the front. So we don't need this anymore. Now we need to enhance our back properly. So we shall start by joining this line to this. So our crotch line to the crotch, right? You don't need this. That can go. Then you take it to the hem. You take it to the hem. Now, from this point is our crotch, right? I've not put points here, but it's very important that you understand where you are starting from. We are going to go in 11 centimeter from this point here, 11 centimeter. said how many? So I'm giving you the standard, but some people don't fit in this. That is after verification. When you verify yourself and you don't fit here, you are just like the thigh. We have been verifying our thigh measurement. Some of your thigh measurement doesn't fit your waist size, and then you are adjust. So from that point here, you're going to make sure that you check on your new waistline. Our new waistline is this one, right? So you get your waist. Steward, what was your waist? Exactly. So steward is 30. So 30 from here to here, it's how many? 7.5 plus 2 centimeters. Okay. So you'll have to start your waist from the side seam. You're going to the center. So your waist, and you're using that new waistline. Is that okay? So your waist is 30 divided by 4, it's 7.5. And then you're going to make sure that you add your 2 centimeters. So that 2 centimeters here, let's divide it 1. So 1 is going to be for a dart, and 1 is going to be for outer seam allowance, which is going to be marked here. And then you're going to add now your extra allowance of 4 centimeters. How many? So the 4 centimeters you have added will be there as extra allowance. You will stitch and you leave it there. Just in case this person's waist is small, you can always adjust at the back. Men's trousers, they adjust here. The side doesn't have seam. Men's waistband doesn't have seam here, but they have seam here. And this seam, sometimes the allowance can be left there for a purpose. Are we together? We move on. We move on. Hey, you people, do you know that these guys have smartphones? I wanted to show them, but it will disorganize my stuff. But anyway, I'll show you after this. These guys are having, Ultra, is it Samsung 20? That is 2 million. But anyway, I hope I've not stolen your mind. I don't trust. I feel bad when I crack joke in the middle of my lesson, because once I crack, the whole thing disappears. I'll be like, where did I stop? Can someone explain for me here? We are starting from this point. Maybe we reach here, we come here, we go there. Waist?
Waist divided by 4 plus 2 centimeters.
What is the 2 centimeters for?
2 centimeters, 1 is for that
And then 1 is?
Another one is for outer seam allowance.
Okay, and then?
You add 4 centimeters.
4 centimeters for what?
For its allowance.
So now, from there, you're going to get your straight line. You will join this part. I needed a straight line there. Extra. Just for you to be with me, I need. Come on. I see a paper there. Look. Under your feet. You thought I was going to get your paper. Where is my setting?
It's here.
Okay. So I don't like problems. Let me see how I can get my life well with it. With some small I don't like problems. I don't trust my students here. Yes? It's alright? I'll be closing that part. Scissor. I have scissor. I can't reach the scissor. I think that will help us. Okay, so I will do this again. I will draw my waistline, which is that. My waistline is from here up to here. So I will take the line where 2 inch stops. That means your stuffs will come from there to here. Okay? And then the 4 inch, you're also going to go from here up to there. Are you seeing that? That's why you need extra allowance. And the other extra allowance I needed is for you to put your 1.5 inch. From your waistline, not this waistline. Are we together? This waistline is for a front. The other new waistline is that one. How many? 1.5. So I'll create there. So that means I'll have to create a new one waistline. So I'm going to start from there to there. Please, you'll forgive me, but I understand what I mean. That one is on ins. Are you seeing that? But anyway, I'm believing that you understand it, even if you're not understanding. So you verify your waistline again. That means your real waistline is that one up. You have moved 1 inch. So from here, you will take again 7.5, right? Plus 2 inch plus 4. Are you getting? Plus 2 centimeter plus 4. Are we together? Then you will need this ruler. You will put from there, and then you will go. So if you don't have this ruler, you have a smaller problem. Oh, no. Let's see. Yes, so that means you have to curve like this and then you reach in here. So you have curve. Then remember you're going to be sewing from here. So this is going to be your sewing allowance. I see. You'll be sewing. This is going to be your seam, and then you come like this. You leave that extra allowance. Questions? Because we are finished. It has that. We shall put that down. Questions are there? So when you are measuring this, emphasize to leave allowance up here. Are we together? Leave the allowance, that way you can do this. So this paper is going to go to person who has helped us with the front pattern. Next time be the fat, don't be the tail. No, you'll eat bones. When I was growing up, they would say, let comers eat bones. Even after now, when I go for where there is food, I am the first. I have no shame. I'll be the first one line up. If it's lining up, I'll be the first one lining up. So when you serve, you even get tasty. But when you go to the bottom, now you get cold, left over. In fact, even at times you find that the chicken is already finished and you have you don't now demand. It is finished. It is finished. So you go with beans, posho, and then matoke. But when I'm serving, I don't serve matoke because I know good things are there. Okay. Some people will cry if there's no matoke on that plate. Like Stewart, well, Ubeza, like Irish. Yeah, Irish potato. Not the yam. Elena will cry. Rita, Matoke, you have to make sure it is there. Me, no matoke, I will be like, thank God, my plate is not full. Matoke fills my plate. People think I eat a lot, but that matoke is going to stay there. So I make sure I serve my best. So when you are fast, you get the best. Even if you come to me first in the morning, if you approach me in the morning, I'm very fresh and I'm very okay. I'll help you. Even if you ask me again and again, have you ever understood? No, you start from zero. I'll start from zero. And if you come when 20 people have already reached to me in the morning, hey, my friend, make sure that you, even if you have not understood, for the peace, for the sake of peace, you be like, I've understood. Wow. But anyway, leave the space. That way you create your 1.5. It is in inches. Here we are using both centimeter and inches. Don't forget. Together? Peace? Okay. Back is bigger. So here you can see, this is it, the front, and this is the, so back is bigger. Just like how you learn how to draft the short. You see the short, the front is smaller and the back is bigger. So the back is bigger and this is steward. So steward comes here and have this. Not that everyone draft the way I draft. Some people draft differently. Others start putting their like this and then they add 2 inches there. They add 1 inch here, 1 inch there. The balance. It comes. For them it also works, but for me it works like this. By balance, by pulling this, and then you get yourself that one. So the dart, we do the dart now, because steward is removing this for her, for him. We do the dart now. So this is how you should balance the dart. Keep in your mind that at least ensure that from the outer seam there should be a distance of 4 inches. 4 centimeter rather, 4 centimeter from this side. Don't bring your dart and then the person's pocket is here, you know. So make sure that there is a distance from here to there where the pocket is going to sit, because this is where the pocket is going to sit. The pocket is going to be sitting where between the darts. So if you have something like that, and then you first check the distance, your pocket with it. I was talking too much. I got issues with this. Your pocket with it is going to be 14 centimeters. Okay? So that means it will be this long. So that means your 14 centimeters should be starting from here and then you go here. So that means at least let there be 4 centimeters. If 4 centimeters is here, then your 14 should start from here and it goes there. So now you can balance between these. So that means if this is your 7, so you take your 7 up to there and this becomes your dart. Is that okay? So your dart is going to be in the middle of your pocket. You first balance your pocket. You do not want to put your dart and then your dart is here and then you start having your issues with your pocket and then your pocket is reaching almost up to the side seam or outer seam. So you balance, it will help you with your pocket. So your pocket comes there, like how we do on the skirt. You make sure that at least you move like that. For you know why we have that, right? It helps us with the pocket, that sewing. So you're going to be asking how long is going to be the length of the dart, you know. So from here you can use 7.75 centimeter, and then here you will use 8 centimeter. 7.5 and then 8. So you will get your straight line. And that is where your dart is good. 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter. It makes it how many? Exactly. So your dart is that long. If you are using inches, you can use 3.5 inch for the longest of your dart. Not like for the women's skirt, where you use how many? How many? Skirt. You have never drafted skirt?
5 inch.
Yes, for women you use 5 inch, but not for men. For a trouser, the longest length you can use is 3.5, and then you stop there. That's it. If I measure your stuff and it is 4, you're in trouble. 4 inch, those who are going to use inches. But if you can stick on centimeter, well and good. I'm emphasizing on centimeter. Even some of you are going to be using sewing allowance, inches, 0.5. And you're very okay. Other than that, the end of our trouser drafting. Are we bye? So let me show you guys how my students have their smartphones. Some of them are high.